All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class for today. Okay, this is today's topic. We're still in Unit 4, Special Relationship, but today we're going to look into how to write a story. Okay, so we're gonna wait for we're going to wait for more time, just a bit more time for your friends, and then we're going to start our class for today. As usual, throughout the lesson, you can always write something in the chat. If you have questions, you can ask in the chat. Just write it up, and so it will come out. I should be able to read it and then respond to you as soon as possible. And also, when I have questions for you, how you can answer is you can also type in the chat to answer whatever I'm asking you. Okay. Do you want your pencil? Okay, we're going to continue. We're going to start a lesson. Okay, today we're going to look into how to write a story. Okay, when writing a story, okay, you have to have some sort of organizing, which in a story there must be a beginning, middle, and end. Okay, later we're going to look at what is the beginning, what is the middle of the story, and also what's the end of the story. First, let's look at beginning of a story. The beginning of a story introduces and describes the people, place, and the time of the story. Nama lain untuk beginning of story is also sometimes we call as introduction. Jadi bila nama introduction, jadi dia nak introduce, okay, memperkenalkan watak, tempat dan masa dalam cerita tu. Okay, maknanya kalau salah satu pun boleh lah. Alright, tapi biasanya kita nak tahu, kalau kita tulis cerita, kita nak tahu siapa watak dia, kat mana, and then bila. Okay, let's look at examples of the beginning of a story. Once upon a time, in a faraway land in an elf kingdom, there lived a giant princess named Eudora. Okay, jadi once upon a time ni, masa in a faraway land of an elf kingdom ni, tempat. Okay, jadi giant princess named Eudora adalah watak. Jadi watak dia nama Eudora je lah. Tapi jadi kita tambah yang ni giant princess. Jadi yang ni kita panggil adjective. Jadi Eudora ni seorang princess, seorang putri. Okay, putri yang macam mana? A giant princess. Maknanya princess yang giant lah, yang besar. Okay. Let's look at the next example. Every teacher dislikes him because he's so problematic, but Amru's friend loves him. He's such a sweet talker to the girls and is generally a funny guy. But at school, he always played truant, and if he's in the class, he's either always sleeping or disturbing his friends. Okay? Maknanya contoh pendahuluan untuk sebuah cerita. Sebuah cerita tak semestinya pendahuluan macam bermula ni. Okay? sebuah cerita boleh juga cerita yang macam yang nombor 2 ni. Okay, contohnya jadi daripada yang the second example, we can see that the character's name is Amru. Okay, dia orang macam mana? Cikgu tak suka, tapi kawan-kawan dia suka sebab he's a sweet talker and generally a funny guy. Okay, tapi kat sekolah selalu montek. Plays truant is ponting. Jadi kalau dia dalam kelas pun selalu tidur atau kacau kawan dia. Jadi dalam perenggan ni, okay, walaupun dia dah baru pendahuluan, introduction ataupun beginning of story, we can imagine what kind of person Amru is. Jadi dari pendahuluan pun kita dah tahu dah Amru ni orang macam mana. Okay? These are the examples of beginning of a story. Next, middle of a story. Okay, the middle section of a story usually describes the action or the things that happen to the people or in the place in a story. Jadi basically middle section ni isi lah. Okay, kalau ada cerita mesti ada pertengahan cerita, permulaan, pertengahan cerita dan penghujung cerita. Jadi middle section usually describe the action or the things that happen to the people on the place of the story. Jadi sebab pendahuluan tu kita dah memperkenalkan watak dia. Jadi bahagian tengah tu kita nak tahu apa yang berlaku pada watak tu. Okay. The middle section of story can have several paragraphs so the writer can describe more actions. This is where the writer sometimes includes something surprising or unexpected. Jadi middle section boleh jadi beberapa perenggan. Okay, kalau cerita kita panjang banyaklah perenggan. Kalau cerita kita pendek tak banyak manalah perenggan. Okay, this is where the writer sometimes includes something surprising or unexpected. Okay, dalam isi ni juga biasanya penulis masukkan sesuatu yang mengejutkan ataupun yang tidak dijangka. Contohnya Princess Idora tadi. She's a giant princess, right? Okay. Jadi dia kan seorang giant princess, maknanya puteri gegasi. Jadi mungkin dalam cerita tu boyfriend dia orang kerdil. Okay. Alright, now let's look at the end of the story. The end of the story explains the action or event in the story, or it can leave the reader with question or mystery. Jadi penghujung cerita biasanya kita explain baliklah cerita ataupun benda-benda yang berlaku dalam masa kita punya isi. Okay, ataupun ada setengah penulis dia buat dia punya ending dia macam memberi question or mystery, menambahkan misteri kepada pembaca. Jadi pembaca kena fikir, sebenarnya cerita dia macam mana? Okay, let's look at the examples of ending of the story. At the end, Lucy survived but lost her eyes. Roger was engulfed by guilt that he could not forgive himself after what happened to his little sister. He kept blaming himself, although Lucy kept telling him that it was not his fault that she was involved in the accident. Jadi contoh yang untuk perenggan ni, contoh yang pertama ni, okay, dia mungkin dalam isi dia, cerita yang sebelum dia tu, Lucy ni, watak nama Lucy ni, accident. Okay, jadi dan mungkinlah Roger yang menyebabkan accident tu, mungkin dia cuai ke, mesti jaga adik dia. Okay, jadi Lucy selamat tapi hilang kedua-dua mata dia. Roger was engulfed by guilt. Roger was engulfed by guilt ni maksudnya Roger sangat-sangat berasa bersalah. Okay, sebab dia tak boleh maafkan dia selepas apa yang jadi pada adik dia Lucy. He kept blaming himself, although Lucy kept telling him that it was not her fault that she was involved in the accident. Okay, jadi yang ni kita panggil rumusan daripada cerita lah. Okay, untuk yang first example ni lebih kurang macam rumusan kepada cerita yang berlaku. Okay, let's look at the second example. It was strange, but I'm very thankful to have avoided the crash. I still could not figure out who was the person who told me to get off the bus right when I was to board it. Perhaps he is my guardian angel. Okay, yang ni contoh yang kedua ni lebih kurang macam nak bagi misteri kepada pembaca. Jadi ni hujung cerita, okay? Maknanya penutup. Jadi untuk yang perenggan kedua ni was strange. Jadi macam pelik, tapi saya rasa bersyukur sebab apa nama ni terselamat daripada kemalangan. Okay, mungkin dia nak naik bas tapi tak jadi naik bas tu, and then tiba-tiba bas yang sepatutnya dia naik tu accident. Alright, I still could not figure out who was the person who told me to get off the bus right when I was to board it. Jadi sampai sekarang pun saya tak boleh fikir siapa orang yang bagi tahu saya untuk turun daripada bas masa saya betul-betul nak naik bas tu. Okay, maknanya cerita dia tu, awal-awal cerita dia tu, dia nak naik bas tapi ada orang yang bagi tahu jangan naik bas. Okay, jadi dia pun terselamat daripada kemalangan. Perhaps he is my guardian angel. Mungkin orang tu adalah malaikat pelindung saya. Okay, it's a bit of a mystery. Tak adalah misteri sangat, tapi contoh macam-macam mana kita nak masukkan misteri dalam penutup cerita kita. Okay, as you can see, macam contoh penutup ni, macam mana kita nak buat cerita tu menarik, kita tambah banyak adjective. Okay, guardian angel contohnya. Apa dah? Alright, let's look at. Okay, can you read the paragraph of the example story and put them in the correct order? Okay, there are 4 paragraphs. Okay, there are 4 paragraphs. Jadi, can you tell me which one of the A, B, C and D is the first paragraph? Orang rasa antara 4 ni mana pendahuluan bagi cerita ni, permulaan cerita ni? Hi Shawal, can you please tell me where is the beginning of this story? Okay, ada 4 perenggan yang dipecah-pecahkan. Jadi can you tell me which one A, B, C and D is the first paragraph? Okay, there are few people responding. Shawal thinks B. Farisha think it's B. Shafia also think it's B. Now let's look at the answer. Oops. Okay. Yes, indeed. Molly was walking home from school one day. It was a bright sunny day and Molly, a tall clever girl from Manchester, was relaxed and she was thinking about the weekend. Kenapa B? Sebabnya dia menceritakan tentang waktu, one day. Molly, ada watak, Molly nama watak tu. And then watak tu buat apa? Pada suatu hari dia berjalan balik ke rumah daripada sekolah. Okay, jadi ceritakan hari tu macam mana. It was a bright sunny day and Molly, a tall clever girl from Manchester, was relaxed and she was thinking about the weekend. Okay, ini adalah contoh jadi siapa yang jawab B untuk yang satu tu betul lah. Alright. Now, can you tell me which one of this paragraph is the second one? Okay, B is one. What about number 2? Which one should go after B? Or rasa mana satu? Mana perenggan A, C ataupun D should go after B? Which one is number 2? Okay, a few people have responded. And all of these people responded said the second one is D. Okay, let's look whether that is true. Yes, indeed. Molly turned into her street and a cat suddenly appeared in front of her. It was a beautiful black cat. Okay? Jadi, the second one is D. What about the next one? Number 3. What do you think the answer for number 3? A and C. Which one do you think is number 3? I don't know. All right, a few people responded that they think the second one is A. Yes, Molly looked at the cat and read the name on its collar. Yes, it was Toby, the cat that belonged to her when she was 6 years old. Her old phone number was on the collar. Okay, jadi apa nama ni, A ni adalah contoh misteri ataupun unexpected event that happen dalam apa nama ni isi. Tadi kita cakap dalam middle tu boleh ada apa? Boleh ada misteri ataupun benda-benda yang kita tak expect kan. Okay. Jadi yes, those who answer A. Okay, are correct. So the ending for this story is suddenly Molly started to run. She was scared. Toby can't be here. No, because Toby is dead. He died 10 years ago. Jadi apa nama ni, penutup dia menambahkan lagi misteri sebabnya Toby itu sepatutnya apa nama ni dah lama mati. Okay, 10 tahun yang dulu. Jadi tak mungkin Molly punya apa nama kucing tu boleh berada di situ. Alright. This is also a good example of how to put mystery or unexpected things in your essay. Okay, let's read the task below. Your English teacher has asked you to write a story. Your story must have this title, My Best Pet. Okay, jadi dia punya soalan dia, My Best Pet. Jadi, has the teacher given the first line of the story? Jadi, cikgu, apa nama soalan ni ada tak line yang pertama, apa nama, awak kena start cerita tu dengan apa? Okay, my best pet. Maknanya, haiwan peliharaan saya yang terbaik lah. Maknanya paling sayang. Okay, jadi untuk soalan ni, dia tak ada apa nama first line of the story. Alright, what does your story need to be about? Jadi soalan ni dia nak pasal apa? Cerita ni kan cakap pasal apa? Okay, what do you think the story should be? Okay, jadi bila tajuk dia My Best Pet, dia cakap pasal pet. Okay, pets mean haiwan peliharaan. Jadi cerita awak tu kena berkisar tentang haiwan peliharaan lah. Okay. Okay, now let's look at the second example of the task. Your English teacher has asked you to write a story. The story must begin with the sentence, It was a gloomy and dark day. Jadi cerita awak kena bermula dengan ayat ni. It was a gloomy and dark day. Okay? Gloomy and dark day. Jadi cerita awak tu, ayat yang pertama kena bermula dengan ayat yang bagi ni. Jadi has the teacher given the first line of the story? Jadi cikgu ada tak bagi apa nama ni ayat yang pertama tu? Okay, adalah. Okay, jadi what does the story need to be about? Jadi cerita awak kena jadi pasal apa? Awak rasa cerita awak tu macam mana? It was a gloomy and dark day. Can you tell me, is it supposed to be a happy story or a sad story? Cerita ni macam patut sedih ke patut macam gembira? It was a gloomy and dark day. Okay, permulaan dia hari yang macam gloomy. Gloomy macam apa? Macam sedih and dark, gelap. Alright, jadi cerita tu bila tengok ayat dia ni, cerita tu patutnya pasal benda yang sedih ataupun benda yang gembira. Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me? Is it supposed to be a happy or a sad story? Yes, Farisha. It is supposed to be a sad story. Boleh je kita nak buat cerita tu gembira, tapi okay, kena mula dengan benda-benda yang sedih, akhirnya ada benda yang gembira berlaku. Okay? Yes. Okay, boleh je kita nak tukar kepada cerita yang sedih kepada gembira, tapi sebab bila ending dia macam, bila permulaan macam ni, okay, jadi mula-mula cerita tu kena jadi sedih, lepas tu barulah boleh jadi gembira. Okay, thinking of ideas. Okay, macam mana nak cari idea untuk menulis cerita. Before you start writing a story, it's a good idea to think a lot of ideas first. Jadi sebelum nak mula cerita, okay, cerita macam banyak, fikir tentang macam-macam cerita. Kepelbagaian cerita, awak tengok TV, awak baca buku, awak baca komik. Jadi sepatutnya awak ada idea lah. Okay, macam mana nak menulis sebuah cerita. Cerita tu awak boleh je cedok daripada buku yang awak baca ataupun cerita yang awak tengok kat TV. Write about who could be in your story and the place he, she or they could be in. Jadi tulis nota sikit siapa watak dalam cerita awak tu. Okay, dekat mana ia berlaku. Alright. Contohnya cerita it was a sad gloomy day. Orang rasa siapa? Mungkin cakap pasal diri saya. Diri saya masa bila? Dekat rumah masa PKP. Okay, sebab sedih lah kan, tak boleh keluar. Okay, think about the words you can use to describe the people and the place in your story. Jadi yang ni, fikirkan perkataan yang boleh guna untuk menceritakan, untuk menerangkan orang dengan tempat dalam cerita awak. Macam mana nak menerangkan orang? Kita guna adjective. Kata kata sifat. A giant princess. Okay, he's a funny guy. Alright, Amru is a sweet talker. Okay, he is a sweet talker to the ladies. Maknanya mulut manis lah sweet talker tu. Okay. Note down some ideas for the middle of the story. What happened? Is there something surprising and unexpected? Okay, jadi fikir kalau ada idea-idea yang menarik untuk tengah cerita awak tu. Okay, tulis sikit. Jadi apa benda yang terjadi? Boleh tak nak letak sesuatu yang mengejutkan ataupun benda yang pembaca tak boleh nak jangka? Excuse me. Are you okay? Think about how you can end your story with an explanation or mystery. Jadi untuk menambahkan perisa, jadi bila kita baca cerita, kita nak baca cerita yang menarik. Okay, benda-benda yang surprising dengan unexpected tengah cerita tu membuatkan cerita awak menarik. Satu lagi cara untuk membuatkan cerita awak menarik is awak akhiri cerita awak dengan explanation. Tadi cerita pasal Lucy hilang mata tu, okay, kita explain balik. Maknanya rumusan kepada cerita ataupun mystery. Okay, jadi mystery menambahkan perisa kepada cerita awak. Okay, now let's move on to the task for today. Saya ada 2 soalan nak bagi. Okay, jadi awak boleh pilih salah satu. Pendek je, 150 patah perkataan sahaja. Maknanya tak sampai pun satu kata kajang. Alright, kalau dalam buku tulis mungkin dalam 2 ataupun 1.5 buku tulis awak je lah. Alright, jadi you may choose one of these questions. Write a story with this title. The most popular pupil at my school. Murid yang paling popular di sekolah saya. Okay, macam mana murid yang paling popular sekolah awak tu? Murid popular tu budak baik ke budak jahat? Kadang-kadang ada juga setengah sekolah, dia paling popular kat sekolah. Sebab apa dia popular? Sebab dia jahat. Okay, that's an idea. Write a story beginning with this sentence. A girl was walking home alone one day. Jadi seorang budak perempuan berjalan pulang ke rumah sendirian pada suatu hari. Jadi lepas pada ayat ni, awak boleh bagi nama kepada a girl ni. Alright, selepas pada ayat ni, I would advise you to give a name to this girl. Alright. So, okay, don't worry kalau tak ingat nak pilih mana satu, ataupun boleh pilih sekarang yang mana satu nak tulis. Orang rasa mana orang rasa boleh tulis dengan lebih menarik. 150 patah perkataan sahaja, pendek je. Okey, sebab kita nak test. Ingat, kalau nak tulis cerita boleh untuk tambah menarik, kita tambah misteri ataupun benda-benda yang tak terjangka, ataupun and then kita nak describe karakter tu, kita tambah apa nama ni dengan adjective, kata-kata sifat. Okey, budak tu macam mana? Tempat tu macam mana? Tempat tu very dark and looks dangerous. Okey, ataupun tempat tu heavenly, macam syurga. Okey, yang tu antara perkataan yang kita boleh guna untuk menerangkan tempat. Okay, don't worry, I will post this question again in the Telegram group later. Now let's look at what's next. Write the essay on the Google Doc, Microsoft Word, on the piece of paper or your workbook. Paling senang tulis dalam buku kerja je. Okay, bila naik sekolah nanti terus dah macam terhilang lah kerja awak tu. Kalau tanya, buat kerja tak masa PdPR? Ada dalam buku saya. Okay, buat dalam workbook je, dalam buku writing. If you write your essay on a piece of paper or your workbook, please take a photo of your work with your phone. Jadi bila tulis dalam buku kerja, jadi tolong ambil gambar. Okay, kerja awak. Hand in your work via the Google form. The link will be provided in the Telegram group later. Okay, sekarang saya tambah satu lagi soalan dalam Google form tu. Minta awak tambah apa nama? Email. Okay, jadi kalau awak tambah email, kalau tak ada email tak apa. Okay, tapi kalau awak ada email and awak nak saya bagi feedback apa nama awak punya email, awak punya essay ni, awak tambah email awak, nanti saya tanda, lepas tu saya hantar balik gambar yang awak hantar kat saya tu yang bertanda dah dalam email je. Okay, jadi awak boleh tengok apa benda yang saya komen tentang essay awak. Okay, kalau ada email lah, kalau tak ada tak apalah, saya still akan tanda, cuma bila naik sekolah nanti baru boleh saya boleh tunjuk awak. Okay, so do you understand what you have to do? Faham ke nak buat apa? Kena buat apa? Do you understand what you have to do? Okay. Alright. If you have questions, okay. Jadi siapa yang ada soalan nanti boleh tanya dekat Telegram lah. Okay, I will be available until 4 PM today. Jadi boleh tak hantar karangan, pendek je karangan ni, 150 patah perkataan je. Jadi sebelum pukul 4 hari ini. Okay. Jadi if you have questions, don't just ask me on the Telegram group. Alright. So I'll see you again. I'll see you again next week. Okay, with something else to do. But for today, just try to do writing. Okay, sebab dah lama kita tak menulis. Jadi untuk menambahkan macam mana kita nak cara writing, kita kena selalu membaca, tengok TV dan praktis menulis. Okay, so I'll see you again next week. Don't forget to do your work. Don't forget to fill in the Google form. Ambil gambar, kerja awak and fill in the Google form. So I'll see you again next week. Alright, bye-bye everyone.